you'll have to excuse the wig. I can't find my brush anyway. Just let me start with the first thing. First things first, I got a notification from YouTube that channels like mine are getting shut down because they're only looking for commercially viable video makers now. So it's going to become more like Netflix's YouTube. So all the unmonetized channels are getting taken off. It said they were starting it in December, but I didn't even know about this till recently. So from December that was going to be happening, so it's going to be any time now. So I'll just open that a minute. So because of that, my channel's going to get closed down without notice now. I know it's going to happen, but I don't know when. So I don't think they're going to give me like a 24-hour notice or something. It's just everyone's getting took off. They're even doing it with the monetized channels that have only got a few subscribers and only making pocket money. So they're basically just culling off all the small YouTubers. So all that will be left are the big ones, the big massive channels with like 1 million subscribers and things like that. So this could be my last vlog, and it might not even go on because I don't know what's going to happen. They might say no more, and when they take the videos off, they're closing the channels as well and your account, so you can't reopen them. So it's a massive culling of 80% of the YouTubers, which is quite sad, but it's life. It changes constantly, doesn't it? So I've downloaded some of my videos because I made them for myself, obviously, to mark my journey these last 5 years. So I've got them saved onto my computer, the ones that I wanted to remember the most, because there's too many to download all of them. So I thought I'll just do this one, because if it is my last one, it's a nice one. Because 2 days ago I set off from England at 5 o'clock tea time, and I drove all night, and I got here at 11 o'clock in the morning in Scotland. Oh. And what I didn't know is that Storm Brendan was on, and as I drove up the motorway, it just got windier and windier. Then it started lightning, then the rain started, and then I realised that even though my car's just passed its MOT and had all the work done, and it cost me 600 and something pounds, the windscreen wipers weren't putting out the wash. It stopped working. So you know, when the big lorries are taking over me all the time, because I was driving on inside lane all the way, they were spraying my windscreen with mud and rain from the floor, and I could hardly see out of the windscreen. It was awful. So it took me from 5 o'clock in the evening till 11 in the morning to get there. Then I became exhausted, really exhausted, because I'd got up that morning really early and not slept well the night before. So, and then I'd done a full day packing and visiting family and shopping, and then doing a night run. So it was ridiculous. We got up onto the Scottish Islands, and I had to go on the mountain pass, which goes on for a few miles. And these, if you've never been up there, it's called the worst road in Scotland, and it's got the most accidents, and you can see why if you're on it. It's like being on a ski electrics. You know, all the way around the mountain is really, really windy, and it's right on a lock. So you've got your mountain there, your road, which is narrow and winding, and then your lock there, and there's no protection between any of them. So as I'm driving around that, it started snowing, and then I realised as I was going around that there was floods as well, and the water was cascading down the mountains like massive waterfalls all the way down. So some parts of the road were just horrendous. So I slowed right down because I'm a sensible driver, and obviously only an idiot is going to do 60 miles an hour on a road like that. You've got trucks coming the other way and traffic, and oftentimes they're on your side of the road as well if they're a big vehicle. So you've got to be really careful. And then I get this idiot comes flying up right behind me with his full beam on, and the lights shone into my mirrors and blinded me, so I couldn't even see, and I couldn't indicate to tell him, you're blinding me. It was just awful. So I was so stressed coming up as well, and I started getting really upset because I was exhausted. I was anxious at that point because I couldn't pull over on that road and they couldn't overtake me, so they just rode me right tail to tail for a few miles around a treacherous mountain pass, and it was really intimidating, and I didn't like that at all. So when I finally could stop, I was just exhausted with all the stress and tension, and then I thought, I'm not going to make it. I had 20 minutes to get here, 20 minutes away from this site, and I just collapsed and I couldn't move, and I got really upset, and I said, I can't do it. And for 2 hours, I sat in my car with no life left in me. It was awful. I couldn't even sleep because I can't sleep in my car anyway, I just can't. But it was packed with my things. So anyway, I finally got here, and I'm still recovering after 2 days. 1, because of the journey, and 2, because of the culture shock again, because my life has been really, what's the word, sedentary and things down in England, you know. When I go back there, I feel like I die inside every day. I die a little bit more, but when I come here, it's like you're coming back to life now, aren't you? So last night I went for a walk on the beach, which is 2 minutes from this caravan now, and the wind was just blowing at me and that, but it woke me up and it was lovely, and I thought, God, I miss this place so bad. So it is good news. I've got a pitch in Scotland, and back with my doggies, and I'm back with Paul as well. We've decided, well, he has decided to make an effort. I haven't, kind of, because I was the one making the effort before, but this time he is, and it makes a big difference. And I think sometimes when you have a good break from each other, 2 things happen. I become after a while, I go out of sight, out of mind, and I just get over it. Whereas he is more like absence makes the heart grow fonder. So I think it's going to work. I do. It feels different. It feels nice, and we've always been friends, but this time I think it's going to be more than that. So we've got a definite plan. This time is this, right? Before, when I come on Caravan Park, it was always either for a break or it was to do a warden job on the park. So the accommodation and the park and both our jobs were all interlinked, and that does not work, and that is the one thing we've learned, is don't do that again. So this is called a workers pitch, which means you can stay on all year round as long as you're working in the area. I don't know if you've got to leave for a week or 2 during the year for council tax purposes. You probably do, but you do get holidays in your job, so then we could just go off somewhere. But the jobs that I'm going for are permanent jobs as well, not just temporary, seasonal. So if you get a permanent job in the area and Paul gets something separate from that, then we've got 2 incomes coming in, and the accommodation is separate to the jobs, which is a lot easier. So if one person goes to work and says, do you know something, I really don't like it, or the boss is shocking and it's just too unbearable, then there's still a backup of another person working, and the accommodation doesn't get lost because the other person's still carrying the other one. And so I think that's what we should have done in the first place, but we didn't know you could do this. So this is a new thing for anybody who's stuck in the same loop we were in with seasonal work. Is some caravan parks do workers' pitches, which means you pay rent and you pay monthly in advance. So this one is £72 a week, and then you pay your electric bill monthly in arrears. Yeah, so in a month's time they'll bill us for this month for electric. Now that might work out to be expensive, we don't know, but £72 a week for the pitch in a 5-star location sure as hell beats £110 a week in a hellhole for a rental, because this is all we pay, is the rent and the electric. So you're not paying gas unless you have your own gas. You're not paying extra for water. We don't watch TV. It's a cheaper way to live. So I think this is more preferable. We haven't been able to put the awning up yet because we've had the storm. There's been another weather report, but it was in a NAF newspaper saying that we're going to get 110-mile winds. But when I've looked everywhere else, there's no mention of that. So we're going to put the awning up today, get my things out of the car, get this place sorted out, and then start doing our crafts and hobbies and doing our job. Well, I'm already doing job search and I've already applied for some jobs, but I'll just continue to do that. On Monday, it's Thursday today, on Monday I've got to go back to Dreamzine, where I left my car. I left there last May, and I left the car and got someone to scrap it for me. And I haven't heard anything for a long time, so I just presumed that the car's gone. And then last night I got an email from the manager there saying, what are you going to do about your car, because it's still here? And I'm like, eh? So I've managed to find a scrap my car company who will do it. It's a charity one. The last one I had to pay them 50 quid, so I need to chase them and sort that out. This one, they give me £91. So I've got to meet them on Monday at that park, and it's got a 4-hour time gap, so between 12 and 4. So that's going to be fun going back there. But yeah, I've got to go there and hand them my spare keys. Luckily, I didn't know I had a spare key because I thought I'd lost it a long time ago, but it's been found. So I can give them the spare key. I don't have the paperwork anymore because that's gone. So they just said, we take the car and you write to the DVLA to tell them it's been scrapped and who took it. So yeah, that's done. So everything's in order. At the moment we're surrounded by a dead park because it's not officially open until March. I don't know if you can see the caravans outside. They're all doubled up. Can you see on the pictures? They're all doubled up. And I wondered why they were all doubled up, because I thought, oh, that's a bit tight, isn't it, putting people so close? But actually, these are the seasonals. So in March, they'll be moved on to the other pictures. So these pictures will be freed up then. I don't know if these are holiday pictures or workers' pictures. So, but anyway, if anybody is thinking going to work in a different location and you think, how can I when I've got nowhere to live? If you've got a caravan, this is an ideal thing to do, and just go. It's on a month by month basis, so you can stay as far as I know, as long as you like. I know someone who was here for 2 years. Most people, I presume, would just come for a contract, like a few months or whatever, but I don't know. So all's good. The doggies are happy. I thought I was going to be traumatised leaving my grandson as well, because we get on so well and he's only 5 and I just adore him. But we've both got WhatsApp. He's got it on his mum's phone and I've got it on mine, and so I can talk to him on that, and it's fun. We have such a laugh on there, so I don't feel as bad because he's old enough to have contact with me and talk to me. Whereas when he was a little bit younger, he was too young for all that, and so I wouldn't hear off him or see him for a long time stretch in between visits. So this is nice. I can talk to him every day if I want, and he just talks like a 5-year-old and goes, you're a poopy bum and all that, but I do it back because I'm 5 as well, so we just have a laugh. But I don't have to worry about him because he's getting looked after well, and he knows he can speak to me when he wants, and if there's an emergency or anything, I'll go straight back down. So this year has got to be the year that we make it, and I think it will happen. I feel it. We've had to change the way that it's all done and tick every box one at a time, rather than trying to fill everything at once and putting pressure on. This works a lot better. We've got the accommodation sorted. we've got the right location because it's where we both want to be, and the dogs absolutely love it here. And I think everything's just going to line up and work. I just do. I really feel it here, so I'm excited to be here. If this is my last vlog, like I said, it's a nice one because I've cracked it. It's not going to be easy. I'm not going to delude myself that everything's going to be perfect from now on, because life is up and down, but the basic foundations have been laid now. And I want to say thank you to my mum, because without her we wouldn't be where we are now. She's helped us financially and everything. Without her we just wouldn't be here. We'd be on the street. So I want to say thank you, and to my son for letting me stay with him for a few months and not moaning about me leaving my dishes out and stuff. So yeah, all in all, everything's nice. I'm going to carry on doing my vlogs though, because they are for me, so I'll just put them on my computer and look back on them one day. But while I can put them on YouTube, I'll keep doing it, but my channel will be took down any time now. I don't know how to go about it. If anybody knows of any other platforms where you can do this, I'm not bothered about money. It's just I do it to keep a record of my journey. So if you know of any other channels that would accept my vlogs and stuff, then will you just let me know in the comments below. And I just want to say thank you for watching, and for all those who've supported me over the years. It's been lovely talking to you all. It has been a good journey. It's been stress, fun, harsh. It's been everything, hasn't it? Because that's what the nature of an adventure is. So, but you've seen me on my journey, and it isn't over. It's still, this is the next stage of the adventure now. So it would have been nice to keep in touch with people, but I don't know how, to be fair, because you get lazy. You got a YouTube channel, you just put your videos on and talk to people on there, but I don't know how to keep in touch with people outside of it because I'm not that good at things like that. But anyway, thank you again for watching, and yeah, have a nice life. See you later.